Son shit, y'all ready?
I hope y'all are. Before I go any further, I want to say rest in peace to Dave, the Dove from De La Soul. Super Bowl Sunday, he passed away. My timeline was filled with either Super Bowl talk or De La Soul. Salute, you know what I'm saying, to all the hip hop heads out there who was feeling the same, you know what I'm saying, same loss. Like De La Soul was that group, man. I mean, yo, if you go top 20 groups of hip hop of all time, De La Soul's in that mix. When you talk about groups that never broke up, that's when they actually start really hitting top. All the great groups somehow, I ain't gonna say broke up, but they definitely ventured off and did their solo thing. There's never been a Pasta Noose solo album. There's never been a Dave solo album. So it's like, that's a rare thing. You know what I'm saying? It was rare. Like, it's really like, wow, it's a rare thing. Even Smith & Wesson has, you know what I'm saying, Tech and Still has had solo albums, so I can't even throw them in the mix. It's a handful of groups, a real handful of groups that have never ventured off, and De La Soul is that. I ain't talking about like featuring in here and you get one guy and you don't get the, you know what I'm saying? No, I'm talking about like solo projects. De La Soul is almost like, oh man, I think De La Soul might be it. That might be it. Bone Thugs had solo ventures. Wu-Tang, come on, we on, yeah. Run DMC broke up, got back together. EPMD broke up. You know what I'm saying? Prodigy was doing his thing. Havoc did his thing while Prodigy was alive. So yeah, you know, and they even broke up and had a little beef for a hot minute. You know what I'm saying? So many groups. You know what I'm saying? Guru did his thing with Primo, because yeah, we count groups. That's a group. You know what I'm saying? We know what happened with Eric B and Rakim. You know what I'm saying? Cool G rapping one time was like, yo, I did what I did with Polo. I think it's time for me to go out here and be Dolo. So yeah, man, it's like, it's wild. Buckshot went solo and did joints with Ninth Wonder, so that takes the Black Moon off the table. It's just, yo, De La Soul was in that unique place where they didn't break up. You know what I'm saying? It was dope. You know what I mean? It was dope. Anybody who's like, yo, what about Outkast? They never broke up. You know what I'm saying? They just did like a double album and each one had their solo joint. For those who don't know, there's videos circulating around. There's written joints circulating around. Big Boy was actually about to do a solo album. Dre was like, yo, I want to do something too. And they was like, yo, what do I need to do to get in? And they was like, yo, y'all can make it an album, but he already got joints done. Big Boy already got joints done. So the word is, in 3 weeks, Dre not only recorded it, mixed it down, got it mastered, and rushed it in at the last hours to get it to where they needed to get it all put together. That's real talk. Hey, I'm just telling y'all, that's how the game go. But so I can't count that, because that was what it was. And Big Boy has dropped some solo joints. So, yeah. I don't know, man. De La Soul was just a different breed. Me personally, I had to grow to understand De La Soul, especially the early stuff. And I'm being real with y'all, man. I hated Me, Myself, and I, just all for the music. I never really liked that song that they sampled, the Funkadelic joint, the George Clinton joint. I never was a fan of that anyway. So it was like, that was the turnoff. And that was at that time, that was their biggest hit. You know what I'm saying? When that joint was coming, you're like, this is, you know, you're a kid. You're like, get older. And then I finally I'm listening to because I never took the time to listen to the lyrics. Get older, you listen to the lyrics, you're like, oh snap, okay, word. But I still don't like this song. I was like, forget this song. It was just one of them joints, man. De La Soul always was innovative, whether it was the beats, the concepts. Bars was always yo, you know what I'm saying? Their bars was always on some next level. It was ridiculous. A massive, major loss for the culture. And yo, I don't know what, you know what I'm saying? It was crazy. This episode though, speaking of hip hop, is a hip hop episode. So for people who probably, if you didn't see the picture and you've seen the title, you know what I'm saying? For those who are coming in going, is this about some history? Nah, but we will do a history about the Billboard thing. But this episode is about the Billboard's top 50 MCs. And it's crazy because the list was just a random, I don't know, man. It was a random list. And I got on the show and I talked about the list. And then as I was talking about the list, and just for like clarity, I'ma say the list. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, looking up, like when I saw the list during the show, I breezed through some stuff. But the list is a wild list. We can go, and I'm just gonna throw out the names in the order that it's there, starting with 50, which was Rick Ross. So you get Rick Ross, Run, Melly Mel, Light, Jadakiss, Ice-T, Queen Latifah, Bun B, Redman, E40, Dr. Dre, Ludacris, Gucci Mane, Common, Mos Def, Yasmin Bey, Future, Chuck D, Busta, T.I., Lil Kim, Lauryn Hill, Pusha T, Black Thought, Q-Tip, Big Pun, Method Man, KRS, Curtis Blow, Ghostface, DMX, Big Daddy Kane, Missy Elliott, Ice Cube, 50, Scarface, J. Cole, LL, The God Rakim is 13. I'm still bugging on that. Dre from Outkast, Kanye, Nicki Minaj, top 10. I'm lost on that. Snoop, Drake, Lil Wayne, Big, M, Pac, Nas, Kendrick, and Jay. Like I like I said, I breezed through it on the show, but I'm lost on that. That's a wild list. And like I said, we need to stop taking it personal when these non-hip-hop outlets bring that out there. Like when they throw their list out there, you gotta take in consideration their list isn't about bars. Their list isn't about longevity. Their list isn't about impact and being a game changer. Their list is basically popular. It's a popular thing. You know what I'm saying? Like we're talking top 50 greatest rappers of all time. And there's so many people off of that list. And that's what I'm saying on the show. So I'm not going to get into it again. I'm just saying there's a lot of, and then the orders are just, I'm still, you know what I'm saying? I'm still lost. And the wild part is, you can't be disrespectful to these artists because there's no disrespect, no shade. I'm just saying, we're talking like, yo, come on, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's hard, and I already spoke on it, so I'm just not trying to get back into that, and then it seems repetitive as you listen to the episode. I'm lost on that, man. I'm just lost on it. And my thing is, how? There's a point, and I think I missed some people. I think Big L's in there somewhere. I know I probably was breezing through it too fast because I'm looking and I'm still, while I was reading that off to y'all, I was trying to comprehend what I was seeing at the same time. So I might have missed a bunch of numbers because I'm in my mind. I'm like, yo, there's so many MCs that were missing on that list. That couldn't have been 50, and that could not have been the list. And I'm just lost. I'm lost on that. And the thing is, this is not. Blaze magazine did a top 50 list in the 90s, and one of the things that they beautifully did was try to incorporate the artists from the past, the MCs from the past, into the mix. Cause it's easy to go, well, yo, I got 50 MCs from the 90s, and this was dropped off that they dropped that in the 90s. So it's easy to just do 50 MCs in the 90s and keep it pushing. But they didn't. You know what I'm saying? I think BET even did a top 50 list, and what made BET's list crazy is because they also had to take in consideration a lot of the more classic rappers didn't have videos. It's hard to find a rap video where you got Grandmaster Caz on it. You know what I'm saying? Like a song, like a Cold Crush video. It's hard to find that to go, yo, and Caz. So you know what I'm saying? And BET found themselves in that lane. MTV did, I think, a top list, and then their list was kind of because it's MTV, and their whole dynamic is just so different. And they could, you know what I'm saying? And again, when you start, these orders get real weird. You know what I'm saying? They get real weird. They get wacky, and I'm lost on it. But like I said, you can't be angry because these are not hip hop outlets. And even if the Source right now did a top 100 list, those aren't the same people who were working at the Source in 88, 98, 2008. Those are not the same people who were working for the Source then. You gotta think about it. It's a whole new group of people in there. They're gonna try to at least satisfy the concept of legacy and go, yo, well, you know, Rakim. We gotta throw Rakim somewhere in there. You know, and probably have never really listened to a Rakim album. They know maybe 4 songs. You know what I'm saying? KRS, we gotta throw him in there. They probably know like 4 songs. You know what I'm saying? It's like there's that aspect that you gotta think about. Like, oh, Pun makes. Here's the wild part, and I feel that's a lot of things. Like a lot of these people who make these lists, they're not listening to all this. Pun dropped 1 album, 2 albums, but he passed before the other one got mastered. So he has 2 albums and a gang of freestyles all over the place on a lot of joints. 2 albums. Most people only know 3 songs by Pun. The average so-called listener only knows 3 songs. That's the joint, the deep cover joint with Fat Joe. Still not a player with Joe, and the joint with Donnell Jones. That's it. Those are radio-friendly joints. Well, maybe not the deep cover, but the second 2 are radio-friendly songs. You can't even put Pun's career in context if all you know are those 3 songs. You can't. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to justify. So then it's like I said, and again, unless you went out here, you would listen to all these freestyles and you peep the features. But if you're going by just those 2 albums, if you're going by just those 3 singles, in your head you're like, I don't get it. What's the hype about? You know what I'm saying? I say that. You know what I'm saying? When people go, oh man, Pun's underrated, man, he overrated. Y'all just be out here just because he did. This song ain't really that. Nah, that, like, okay. It's clubbish. Then you play him something else, and Pun is spitting. And they be like, oh, I'm like, yeah, my man's nice. You know what I'm saying? My man's a beast. It's that. You know what I'm saying? You gotta take that in consideration. I think a lot of times they're going by the stuff they know. You know what I'm saying? Like, they only know, like, Melly Mel falls way back there because The average person only knows the message. That's it. That's all we know is the message. The average listener knows that's the dude from the message. A child is born with no state of mind, blind to the ways of mankind. God smiling on you, but he's frowning too, cause only God knows what you'll go through. At the end of the day, those are the realest bars you'll ever hear. Those bars, that line, that alone places you in a top tier lane. Those are the realest joints you'll ever hear in your life. Those lines sum up life in general. A child is born with no state of mind, blind to the ways of mankind. God smiling on you, but he's frowning too, cause only God knows what you'll go through. There's nothing more deeper and realer than those bars. Billy, just off of that alone, top tier MC, that's a whole nother, like, that is a whole nother lane. And it's hard to get, cause they've heard so much stuff and so much, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it's you can't compare Eminem to Melly Mel. You can't compare Eminem to Rakim. You can't compare Kendrick to KRS-One. But you can see where it starts. You can see where it branches off at. That's my thing. You can see where it branches off at. So it's like, yo, this is where it starts. This is where it's going. And I think a lot of times we get caught up in not respecting the foundation. You know what I mean? Again, I'm not going to get into it. I probably went too long already. We're going to get into the joint. We're going to talk about it on the I talked about it on the show. We're going to let this play. Again, I'm a hip-hop dude. I'm a MC myself. So my lane for bars is just so different. And there's a lot of dudes. There's a lot of people, because females are definitely included, who are on this list that would never make my list. There are people in this, I'm sorry, you're not making my list. There's people who would never make my list. And like I said, I addressed that. So I feel like I'm about to get into a repetitive mode. I'm going to stop. Please check this out. Please rock with this. Thank y'all for listening. East Coast, West Coast, worldwide, Lost Boys. For the sake of being honest with y'all, Mr. Cheeks does not make my top 50. That's the rapper for Lost Boys. For the sake of, you know what I'm saying, to me, he wasn't the dopest. He wasn't, he didn't have, you know what I'm saying, he got some joints to get the party popping. He got some great songs. My level of bar structure, he ain't up there. But I love saying that line because that's a dope line. East Coast, West Coast, worldwide. Woo! I love that. So that's what we gonna do, man. Thank y'all for listening. Like I said, if this wasn't your cup of tea, we got the history stuff still coming. You know how we do. But if this was, y'all know what I'm talking about. Leave comments. I think Spotify has a thing where you can leave comments. I don't know, something like that, right? I be checking it, but I don't check it for real. There's people email me, Blackceezar, BLACK. It'll be on the description. BLACKCEEZAR at Gmail. Get at me on the Twitter. Blackceez, BLACK_CEEZ. Get at me on the gram. I'm not on TikTok or nothing like that. Get at me on the gram. Blackceezar, son. BLACKCEEZARSONN. You know what I'm saying? We out here. We out here doing what we need to do. Just, like I said, because I'm pretty sure you're not going to agree with me if you're listening. Some of you, most of you will. A lot of you might. Some of you, if you're a hip-hop dude, if you're a hip-hop chick, y'all definitely might go agree with what I'm saying. If you don't, it's cool. If you're a hip-hop head and you're like, it is what it is, man. Like, that's the beautiful thing. Everybody has their own taste and their own likes. And that's another thing that really makes these lists very, you know what I'm saying? Not just the disrespect to the legacy of artists, but the fact that placements is just crazy. They're all over the place. You know what I'm saying? Let's get into this right here. Thank y'all for listening. Let's go.
It's real hip hop music from the soul, y'all.
Yes, 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 yes. You know how we do, man. It's Saturday. Word up. Hey, rest in peace to Dilla. This is what we do right here. This is how we get down, man. You know how we do, man, when it's Saturday. Hashtag Set It Off Saturday. Ooh. Yeah. Anyway, man, you know what we do, man. This is a wild beat to be out here getting ready to say some of the stuff I'm going to say. But anyway, what's what we get down with? Yo, how everybody out there doing? You know what I'm saying? We out here rocking, popping, dropping, and then this beat be like, woo, so smooth, so cool. But it's Saturday, not a Saturday groove. We rock the little joints here and there. A lot of Dilla joints for the first half. Might slide some little joints in there. That last joint was me over one of them Dilla beats. Killed it. That man said, I forgot what he said. Love me. He be like, hold on, look, I'm trying to rock it to the beat. Love me or hate me. You can tell me off and then wanted to date me, would rate me on a scale of 1 to 10. Always come about a 20 plus. Funny does do what he do, but he ain't fucking with you. Honey was a quote, not a paraphrase. Who thought that you would go from the with the paraspace? Low man on the totem pole. On the low lights all alone. You would wish for some better days. Woo-hoo! Hey. Hey, 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 hey. When I'm alone in my room, sometimes I stare at the wall, and in the back of my mind, I hear my conscience call, telling me maybe something is really all wrong, but I'ma keep moving on, cause my soul is strong. I can't be tripping, dipping over girls, sipping
Real hip hop music
in the world.
From the soul.
So you be thinking to yourself, is he wild or not? Try to calm down for a bit, then flip. Sit back, analyze this. Shh. Woo! I'm about to butcher LL whole joint. That's why I started flipping. I totally forgot for a minute what his bars was. Anyway, man, this is what we do. So Billboards got a joint. I ain't checked it out yet. I might check it out. We might check it out right now. But got a lot of rappers heated with the top 50 joint. Billboards is like, yo, I'm telling y'all, let me tell y'all something, man. Stop listening to these rappers, these non-hip-hop elements giving y'all these joints, man. Stop doing that. Stop listening to these dudes give y'all these elements. They not part of the culture. Let it go, man. Let it go. Stop. Don't get caught up into this right here. It's a wild joint. Y'all be out here tripping. Y'all really
real
be out
hip-hop
here
music
upset.
From the soul.
Like, yo.
Soul.
And dudes really be out here tripping on it. Like, yo, the list is this way. Get they list. Represent. The Billboard ain't never loved hip-hop. You know what I'm saying? The Grammys ain't never loved hip-hop. You know what I'm saying? And when you look at the list, it's not even like, yo, let me tell y'all right now. Melly Mel is 48. Rick Ross is 50. Run is 49. And that's just off of just glancing at it real quick. I ain't even went through the whole list. Light is 47. Like, I'm trying to scroll to like at least the top 20. Cause I'm lost on who like Gucci Mane is 38. You know what I'm saying? Common is 37. I'm still just scrolling. I'm scrolling. I ain't even really paying. I'm trying to get to at least the top 20. So, because we got to talk about this. Like, the more I'm looking at this now, I can see why rappers is out here a little upset. I get that now. Q-Tip is 27. You know what I mean? I get that now. Pun is 26. Method Man is 25. KRS is 24.
Real hip-hop
First of
music
all,
from the...
Your list is irrelevant when you got KRS not even in your top 10. Let's keep it popping. Curtis Blow, 23. You know what I mean? Ghostface is 22. You know what I mean? X is 21. For your younger dudes, I ain't talking about your man's X. We talking about DMX. Big Daddy Kane is 20. 20. 19 is Missy Elliott. You telling me Missy Elliott is better than Common, Ghost, KRS? Come on, man. Your list is irrelevant. Ice Cube is 18. You know what I mean? 50 is 17. Scarface 16. J. Cole 15. LL 14. Your list is kind of
real hip hop music.
Hold on. The God Rakim. The God Rakim is 13. Your list is trash. Come on, man. I don't care who you are. If you ain't got the God in your top 10, your list is trash. Drake from Outkast is 12. Kanye 11. Kanye don't even be writing his rhymes all the time. Nicki Minaj is 10. Your list is trash. I don't even know if this is the new list. As a matter of fact, I'm wondering, is this the newest list or what? Nicki Minaj is 10. You telling me Nicki Minaj got more bars than... Alright, man. Snoop is 9. Drake is 8. Another dude who don't be writing his joints. Come on. 7 is Lil Wayne. We know about Lil Wayne not writing his joints for a minute. Come on, man. 6 is Big.
Real
What we
hip-hop
at?
music
5
from the
is
soul.
Tim. 4 is Pac. Nas is 3. Kendrick is 2. And I'm figuring, of course, because I ain't seen the name, Jay is 1. Hey, I can't lie. Then I'm looking at this list, I see why a lot of dudes is out here upset. Because they said Ja Rule was upset. I'm like, what you upset for? You ain't top 50 material anyway. I said it. I stick by that. I don't care who if you like my man, it's cool. That's you. But I'm just saying, y'all know Ja Rule ain't top 50 material. But anyway, then when you see the names on the list, he kind of like, yo, if these dudes made the list, I should have made the list. I ain't even go through the whole 50 joint. I'm just saying. Like, yo, and this is my, yo, you gotta stop letting these non-hip-hop outlets get in your skin. You know what I'm saying? Get under your skin. Like I said, you got, look, let me tell y'all something, man. Let me give y'all a quick rundown. Woo! Oh, that's what happened when you hit the Q button wrong. But anyway, before we about to talk about, hey, I don't really do this a lot. I don't really put my list out there. But I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I can go from 1 to about 100 and never touch a rapper who had a debut album in 2000. I can do that. I can tell you right now, I can go my top 10. Them dudes ain't never had it. They debut albums are all in the 80s. My top 5 never changes. My top 5 is LL, KRS-One, Rakim. Then I said KRS-One, LL, Rakim, Big
Real
Daddy
hip-hop
Kane,
music from the
G-Rap. That's my top 5. Those dudes are major influence in my rhyme style. But rounds my 5 out to make my top 10. Again, nobody who had an album that debuted in 1990. That's Slick Rick, Ice Cube, Chuck D, DOC. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Slick Rick, Ice Cube, DOC, Chuck D, and I'm missing some Kumo D. Can't forget I forgot Kumo D. That's my top 10. I have not left the 80s. And then my 11th spot, no matter what, is one dude from the 90s. And my 12th spot, no matter what,
real
is another
hip-hop
dude
music
from
the
like
soul.
89, 90. You know what I'm saying? And that's Tretch's 11. Cause I'll tell y'all, man, I tell y'all right now, holla at my man O&O at some point, and he'll tell you there was a time frame where we was out here giving you our best Tretch impression. And the only way, and we would record records, we would do joints at the crib, and my man Trigger Crib, rest in peace. The only way you could tell us apart was by the vocal pitch in our joint, our vocal pitches. We was out here giving you our best Tretch. Forget the youngsters, forget Lil Malik, forget Easy when he had Tretch writing for him. We thought we was on our Tretch joint, hard body. Then I got Dreads from Blackstreet. That's my 12th dude, hands down, all the time. You know what I'm saying? That's my top 12.
Real hip-hop music
you know what I'm saying? I can't give 100, yo, but no disrespect to the artists that they put on the list, because all of them artists are great artists, with an exception of a few, just because they ain't got bars to me. Missy Elliott and Gucci Mane ain't top. Rick Ross, he ain't top 50. He might be like top 1,000. He'll make 1,000 list, like 999. He'll make that. You know what I'm saying? It'll be that's like really 1,000 MCs better than Rick Ross. Rick Ross is dope though. I don't want nobody up here like, oh man, he ain't no, nah, this ain't, what was that joint at when the lights came on and he was on stage? This ain't that place. I'm just saying. Rick Ross, there's a lot of MCs before Rick Ross to me, for my taste of what it is to be a bar spitter. You know what I'm saying?
Real
Bars gotta
hip-hop
be up.
music from the
You know what I'm saying? Gucci Mane ain't better than Kiss, Styles, Razcast, Chino XL. You know what I'm saying? Common. Even though I think he came a little before Common on the list. Common was way back there. Gucci Mane ain't better than Common. You know what I'm saying? Royce, Joe Buttons. You know what I mean? It's a lot of dudes out there, man. But I'm just saying, I get it. Billboard is not a hip hop outlet, so we need to let that go, man. We need to stop playing around with that and stop getting emotional when these whack outlets do that. Let's get back into some music. Speaking of somebody who is dope and underrated, we about to play this new Macklemore joint. It's been out for a minute. You know what I'm saying? I finally went on and copped it. And was like, yo, let me rock that. Because this is real hip-hop from the soul, y'all. He got Premier up on this joint. And if the whole album gonna be like this, woo, let me tell y'all, man. Get at me on Twitter. Blackceezar, BLACK_CEEZ. Get at me on the gram. Y'all know who I am. Blackceezar son. BLACKCEEZARSONN. Facebook, Live at the Oasis. YouTube, Daily Motion. SoundCloud, Mixcloud. Hit us at a lot of other places. And I can tell you right now, as a man, I stand on my list. Look, my list is my top 10 is basically dudes who had a major influence on my rhyme. My top 12 for my rhyme style. So I gotta do it a whole different lane. You know what I mean? So then from there, it's just a bunch of dudes I like. That's when the Nas's and all, and Jay and the Pac, and like I said, a whole lot of other dudes. Scarface, Big Mike down there in Houston, 8-Ball, you know what I'm saying? Bun B, Pimp C. That's when all that come up in the plate. You know what I'm saying? I was a big Cujo friend from Goody Mob. You know what I'm saying? CeeLo. That's when all that come into play. You know what I mean? But yo, that's my list, and I stick with it. I ain't out here trying to be politically correct and throw a couple of new dudes on the joint. Nah, I go hard with my joint. These are dudes that you know what I mean? Dope music. Bishop Lamont, yo, Stat Quo.
Real hip hop music
dudes
from the
out
soul.
here. That's soul. I'm gonna keep it evidence. I'm gonna keep it moving though. You know what I'm saying? Sky Zoo, Torre, a lot of just dudes I played. The whole Griselda, Wu-Tang all together, man. And that's including you guys, cause I know how we do, man. We be out here hating on you guys. You guys got some bars. You know what I'm saying? It ain't just cause the beat broke down. You guys got bars. But anyway, let's get back to what we do. This is that new Macklemore. We gonna rent it in. I done messed around and probably offended a lot of y'all listeners already. My bad. I'm just saying. Juvie. The Fiend down with No Limit was a problem. Mia X was a problem. Bahamadia. Guru. Now I'm just like spitballing names. I'm like, yo, I don't know how none of these names came into play. I'm lost right now. Tragedy or Gaddafi or whatever you want to call himself. The intelligent hoodlum, that dude, Master Ace. Oh, it's a lot of names that was left off.
Real hip hop music from the soul.
Elzai. I'm just saying, man. Let's get back into the music. I'm tripping. I'm hating myself now. Let's go. Yes. And it's over. You know how we do, man. Hey, that Akbar joint is dope. Yeah, you know, and I had to play the remix. So, yo, hey, I told y'all, Nigga Cry be having some dope joints. So I'll be like, yo, that was one of them joints right there. Anyway, I will holler at y'all next Wednesday, the day after Valentine's. So I'm like, yo, should I just go off and just rock some down south hip hop, or should I rock some slow jams? We don't know, man. Just some aftermath type joints to have it like, oh yeah, throw some heartbreaking in for y'all people who got like played out or something. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing worse than me like, yeah, it's Valentine, and then they got the name wrong and gotta like wrong dinners and all that. But anyway, it's that time for me to get up out of here. And we do what we do, how we do. Word. I'm playing. Hold on. They say you only live once. That's a lie. You only die once. So anytime that your God allows you to get out here and continue your journey, please show the world the best version of you. Y'all be safe. Peace.
This is a Soul of Art presentation.